Hello and welcome back to Holding the Harvest. I am your host, Sarah Esposito, and today I have a pretty good story for you. Life has a funny way of planting people in your path when you least expect it. Sometimes it's through work, sometimes it's through school or mutual friends, and then sometimes it is on a Disney cruise in the middle of the ocean. Today's guest is someone I met on vacation in 2024 who quickly turned into a real life connection. She is a mom of two, a realtor, a business owner alongside her husband, and a woman who lives her life deeply rooted in her faith. Before I introduce her, I want to explain how we met and how we stayed connected. So, me and Gino planned this Disney cruise back in 2023, and we get on the cruise in August of 2024. We walk in and we go to our dinner for the first night. And the waiter seats us at our table, and it was a table of 8. So we looked at each other and we were like, we're only 4 people. And he goes, oh no, like there's going to be another family sitting with you. And we're like, oh, like maybe our parents are surprising us, you know? And then in walks Miss Alex Reed and her family. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes, that was such a wonderful surprise.
It was. And you had been on a Disney cruise before, so you knew that Disney like set families up with that. Like
Yeah.
if you had similarities, right?
Yes, we had been on one the year before, and we had been with a family who had a son about our same age, or his age at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was we expected to be with somebody else, but also I had seen families sit by themselves, so I wasn't sure exactly how it would work out. But it was so fun, and now we're real life friends.
I know it just like, Disney's so magical. And I feel like that was such a special way to
Mhm.
meet a new friend, and our kids clicked right away
Yeah.
and our husbands clicked right away. I feel like we always
Mhm.
had something to talk about.
Yeah.
And you're a Southern belle. And I feel like having someone out of state on here is so
Mhm.
cool because everyone that I, have interviewed so far has all been basically from my community. So it's really cool to like branch out and kind of see, hear about your life and how you raise your kids in a totally different state, different area. And, you know, so
Well,
nice
thanks
to
for
have you
having
here.
me. Thanks for having
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I'm from Western North Carolina, born and raised here. Never moved, traveled, obviously, because we met on the
Hmm.
cruise, but
Yeah.
um, don't have plans to leave this area. Just love the South. So that's me.
Yeah.
I have been married to my husband for 11 years this May, and we have 2 kids, Dalton and Abigail. And so at the time in 2024, Dalton was 4 and Abigail
Hmm.
was 6 months old. So now 2 and 6. Time
Crazy.
flies.
I'm, my son, Augie, was only like 19 months at the time, and now he's like 3, which is
Yeah.
nuts. Like time flies. And then
It,
Lena only 3, and now she's 5. So
yeah. It
crazy. And
flies by.
Dalton and Lena have very similar birthdays. Like they're right around they're a couple days apart. But
Yeah,
he
yeah.
but he's a
They're
year older
almost a
than
year
her.
apart, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so did you ever think that like a vacation friendship would turn into like staying connected? Because I
No,
sure didn't.
no.
I sure didn't.
The world these days definitely makes it easier to connect
Yeah.
with social media and staying in touch. And it's been so fun to follow you and your family, and now with a new baby. And who knows,
Yeah.
maybe we'll be on a Disney cruise again sometime together.
I know. I know. I would love that. I feel like next summer is when I'm thinking of doing it again. I was thinking about this summer, but it's just not really aligning. I think next summer
Yeah.
is when we're gonna pull the trigger and do it again.
I'm hoping I push for it almost weekly that we go again really
Do
soon.
you? That's great.
Dalton asks all the time, when can we go on another Disney boat?
I know. Lena's always like, Mom, when we went on the cruise and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, it's so crazy how so many memories like they remember. Like, and she was 3, and like it just blows my mind how much they remember from that.
Yes.
Disney's so magical.
We love it.
Yeah. Um, so give me a little catch up on life. How is life going since we last saw each other?
I'd say it's more hectic,
Yeah.
as the kids have
Hmm.
gotten older. So Dalton started kindergarten this year, and so we've got the daily drop off, pick up,
Yeah.
uh, extra curriculars with sports
Hmm.
and then Abigail is very much a 2-year-old these days. So we are in the thick of you know, the I hate to say terrible twos, but she's
Hmm.
starting to show her personality.
Yeah.
Um and just managing schedules and all the things. Like you said, my husband's a business owner. We own a business.
Hmm.
Time in the real estate world is busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're busy, but we're blessed and we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel the same way. It's
Mhm.
chaotic, but it's good chaos.
Yes.
And I couldn't imagine it not being chaotic. It's like
Right.
it's
What
just a
would we
part
do
of the
at
routine.
the time? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a
I
part
used
of
to
it.
think I was busy before kids. What was I thinking?
I know. And tired. And tired. um so give me a little scoop on their personalities. Do your kids argue? Do they fight?
As best I can. So
Uh-huh.
Abigail is a little bit delayed in her speech, so she doesn't
Okay.
they can't communicate with words and
Okay.
everything. They definitely
Okay.
fight.
Okay.
Fight over
Yeah.
toys, fight over really anything that they can. So yes, they argue in their own little way.
Mhm.
They're both redheads, might I add. So they have the fiery redhead spirit for sure.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, they definitely argue. Dalton he's very tough, but he's
Mhm.
tender-hearted. Like he is a lover.
Yeah.
Um, and Abigail is starting to show her sassy side. She's
Mm.
becoming daddy's girl these days. It's always dad,
Yeah.
dad.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, they're precious, and I can tell they're different though for sure. Um,
Mhm.
like with Lena and Augie, you have
Mhm.
t- been able
Oh,
to
yeah.
tell like the boy
Oh,
difference from
yeah. The
girl.
drastic with that.
Yes, I feel like Abigail is going to be my shy one. She's more like she wants to be with me and Maverick more, where
Mhm.
Dalton has never met a stranger. He's just talked it up with everybody.
That's great. He was very open with us the
Yeah,
minute that you guys sat down. He was just like,
yeah,
"Hey, what's up? Where you guys from? What's going? Hey, so nice to meet you."
yeah. He's a talker.
Yeah. So you
Mhm.
mentioned that Abigail has a speech delay. So Augie also does, and he's been
Okay.
in speech since he actually started the month before we left for the cruise, and he's
Okay.
still he's
Mhm.
still in it weekly. He's actually going to be in it until he's not going to get tested again until he goes to kindergarten. He's like through
Okay.
our school district. He's
Hmm.
in speech, and um, he's made a lot of progress with it.
That's encouraging.
Mm.
So you caught me on a good day. We just did today,
Oh,
actually.
you
We had
did! Oh my god,
our
that's so
speech
cool.
appointment this morning.
Uh huh.
Um, so that's actually something I've been very like emotional about, kind of
Yeah,
like
I could
about.
totally
Um,
understand.
yeah, and I'm sure you maybe felt this too, like with your second kid, like if your first child didn't have that
Yep.
challenge, and then like feeling bad about yourself and how what did I do different, and it's been a whole
Mhm.
whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah.
But I was encouraged this morning. I hopeful it'll go well.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally get that. I completely get it with the older one having like reciting novels. I feel
Mhm,
like she was reciting novels at like a year old, and Augie was like maybe 15 months, and all he was saying was da, da, da,
mhm,
and ba, ba, ba. Like he was just babbling.
mhm.
And I realized with him, so he had a receptive delay because he had fluid in his ears and he was getting ear infections all the time. So
Okay.
he ended up having to get tubes put in his ears. And once he got those put in, it was like a really big difference for him because then he could finally hear us
Mhm.
properly. And
Right.
then we had to kind of teach him like a whole language. Like he didn't
Mhm,
really know anything we were saying.
mhm.
And we had to kind of teach it to him. And now, he gets speech for expressive and receptive still. He
Yeah.
pretty much understands everything now. It's just learning how to say everything
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She I can definitely tell she understands us. It's
Hmm.
just she can't she has like no
Express
desire
it.
to repeat what I
Yeah.
say. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, we're working through it. It's
Yeah,
just
no, it's gonna be a great journey. I feel like anyone that is in um the thinking about doing speech or any kind of therapy to go for it. I'm pro
Mhm.
therapy all the
Yeah.
way. it's worked wonders for my kid. And I feel like I've learned so much. And now with Peter, I'm like teaching him what I feel like I wish I would have done with Augie because Lena knew everything already.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna give me the tools to like be
It
able to help
will.
her. Yeah,
It
absolutely.
will. Well, that's so good. I'm so excited for you. You'll have to like update me, on
Yeah,
Instagram when as she goes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank
that's great. What would you say a normal morning looks like for you?
Definitely chaos.
Yeah.
Try my best to get as much prepped the night before. So
Mhm.
smoother morning. But sometimes you're just so tired. Like it just doesn't happen the night
It
before.
doesn't. No.
The other night I had great plans to like do all this laundry and do my shower and everything. And then I laid
Mhm.
down. It was over because I couldn't get back up.
No.
So the morning do my very best to wake up before the kids. Doesn't always
Mhm.
happen.
Mhm.
Uh, but if I can to like get myself ready before they uh are awake, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't always happen. Um, Thankfully, I don't have to go to a 9 to 5. I work from home or from my computer, my phone. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have to like put myself together every morning.
Mhm.
So usually it's leggings and a sweatshirt.
Yep.
um,
Completely get
and
it. I'm in that now.
yes. And then get Dalton up first and get him all the way ready, and then let him kind of chill and either watch a show or eat breakfast while I get Abigail dressed, or maybe not even dressed. Maybe I'll just change her diaper and leave the
Mhm.
pajamas on,
Yeah.
load up the car, and get to school.
Yeah.
um, so we have a little bit of a later start time. He doesn't have to technically be there till 8:15, so that helps.
Yeah.
Like a normal school, I guess, being there at like 7:45. So that helps, but yeah, it's definitely kind of a rush, and I look like a pack mule getting out of the door,
Uh-huh.
a million bags and water bottles. And
I
today
know.
I didn't pack him lunch, so I just took him lunch before I hopped on here. So
Yeah.
it's a juggle. It's
It
just
is. It
every
sure
day
is.
so different. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always juggling and holding like a pack mule too because I have the car seat still and I can't wait for him to be out of it, but I also can wait because then like I'm going to have to hold him on my hip to walk out if he's not walking. And then I
Uh-huh.
can't imagine like 3 kids walking next to me, like then I'm really outnumbered. I'm already
Outnumbered.
more
Yeah.
outnumbered than I am already. So I'm like I don't know. I don't know what season I'm excited for most with this as they
Yeah.
get bigger.
I know. The car seat's hard, but it to carry, but if you can just like click it into a stroller, that's like a nice
Mhm.
part of it. But
Yeah.
yes, I feel you.
Right? I know. It's like it's just trying to get through the day, I feel like. Um, what would you say surprised you the most about being a mom?
What surprised me the most? Um, Probably just like how much you can love another little tiny human being. Um,
Yeah.
and just the way, speaking of motherhood, I'm in the car because she was sleeping in the car. Um, yeah, just like how much you can love another little person. And
Yeah.
me, it really opened my eyes to like how much God loves me because he is like my heavenly father. And so just to be
Mhm.
able to experience just a little fraction of that parental love for your own kid, you can realize
Yeah.
how much God loves you.
It's absolutely true. That's definitely something I never really thought of it in that way, but it's such a powerful way to think of it. And God puts all these children in our life for a reason and motherhood is so beautiful. It's crazy and hectic, but it's so beautiful. So that was really sweet to share.
Yeah.
And I saw her little hand at first. She was like, "Hey."
She might doze back off. We'll see how
Yeah,
this goes.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So you are married to Maverick, and he runs the contracting business. So how did
Mhm.
you guys meet, and like how did the business kind of start?
So we met through a mutual friend
Mhm.
um 13 years ago, like right at around 13 years ago.
Okay.
I was 18 and he was 22. And that's like a whole another whole story, but the way God just kind of
Mhm.
timed it correctly. And because
Yeah.
if we had met even like 6 months prior, our lives just would not have meshed.
Yeah.
So it was just the perfect timing. He worked on the railroad for a long time and would travel all up and down the East Coast, um, Sunday night through Thursday night.
Okay.
So our entire dating, engagement, and first 4 to 5 years of marriage was spent mostly apart because he was traveling
Wow.
4 days a week. So the reason we started the business, he always said once he had a kid, he would want to come home from the
Yeah.
railroad and not be traveling so much. And so Dalton was almost a year old
Mhm.
whenever he decided to pull the trigger and buy a track hoe. He
Okay.
said, "I'm buying a track hoe." And I was like, "What?" Um, and so we bought a track hoe, and he just kind of on the side on the weekends started doing some grading work. And then it became so busy that he was able to quit the railroad and come home full time, and get his septic license. So he installs and repairs septics, and then also about a year later after that, he got his general contracting license.
Nice. That's so cool. I remember when we were talking on the cruise, so we had been in our house for a little over a year, and we were like, that would have been so. We were able to really connect about all the things that we went through building our house and
Yeah.
everything, like lining up and like hearing about how the rules and regulations are in North Carolina versus New Jersey, and how they're
Mhm,
pretty much similar. But it was neat to like talk about the
mhm.
septic and all
Yeah,
that fun stuff about building a house.
that's our everyday life. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I do follow you guys on Instagram. So um, did he just I saw him like demolish a deck the other day.
yeah, it was like this old trailer. So we live where Hurricane Helene hit really bad.
Yes.
And so it's actually, which is almost been 2 years ago, but so I guess that happened. Had it just
It
happened when we were
happened a month after you guys left.
after?
After
Okay.
we met you. Sorry, after we met you. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember the dates
It was
exactly.
September.
September, yes. And we were there in August. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Hurricane Helene hit here in Western North Carolina, which is weird because we don't live near the beach, but
Yeah.
it hit the mountains really terrible in our hometown. And so he's still doing some hurricane work a year and a half later.
Repairs.
So
Wow.
that was like a demolition from a hurricane. Um, I think a tree fell through the house. They
Wow.
just are demolishing it, and then somebody's rebuilding a house for that person.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's crazy.
he's still doing some of that stuff. But yeah, that's a little side note about where we live.
Yeah, so I remember it was only a couple weeks after we left the cruise, and I remember watching the news, and Gina was like, "Well, why don't you text her and be like, are you guys good down there?" Like we saw that it was like like racing right through you guys, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I think it took almost a day. You finally answered me, and you were like, it's awful here, but we survived. Everyone's okay." And I was like, "Thank God!" I like took a deep breath because I was like, "Oh my god, I just met these people, and like they're getting
Mhm.
hit with a hurricane." I'm like, "This is nuts."
It was
Yeah,
wild. Yeah, it was very apocalyptic. We had no reception. There's no gas, no food. It was crazy. But the
yeah.
Lord protected us, and it was a scary time, but thankfully all of our
Yeah.
property and everything was good.
Good, good. So glad to hear that. Um, so do your kids like to go to sites when if they can be on the site while he's working?
Uh,
Yeah.
Dalton, absolutely. He
Yeah.
loves to go and play in the dirt and
Yeah.
mess with the track co and Maverick helping him. And
Yeah.
yeah, he's all about it. Abigail doesn't really understand everything that's going on yet, but Dalton, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. My kids love getting in that with my husband too on the farm.
Oh,
He
yeah.
will take them up and down. Does he use that to plow snow? Like to plow driveways and all?
Yeah, he did a few weeks ago when we got snow. Nothing compared to what you got a few weeks
Oh,
ago, but
I know. That
we
was
got
bad.
like 6 inches of snow, which was a lot for here. And
Mhm.
yeah, he was plowing through the driveway and pulling
Yeah.
Dalton on stuff. And yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that's how we were when we were kids. My dad would pull us, and now my husband's doing it. He takes the kids, and they love it. They love it. They get all bundled up in like 7 layers of clothes,
Mhm.
and he just tugs them along. It's so
Full
cute.
circle.
Yeah, right. So you are a realtor.
Yes.
And what made you want to do that?
So it's funny. I never really had like the desire to do it necessarily.
Mhm.
My grandfather was a very big realtor down here. And my uncle's a realtor. Like I have lots of family members in it, but it had never really crossed my mind.
Mhm.
Until Maverick, of course, wanted me to try to do it
Yeah.
because we are in the home building business. And so we have to purchase land. And then once we build a house, if it's not for somebody specific, we need to sell that house. And
Mhm.
so it just made sense that if we're going to be paying a real estate agent a commission to do that for us, why not
Mhm.
get it
Just get
my
licensed,
yeah.
yeah. Yep.
And so I never felt like I could do it until I stopped my full-time job coup no, 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
Um, and then I felt like I had the capacity to, like, do the classes and figure everything out. And so in it was right before I was pregnant with Abigail while I was doing the class,
Mhm.
and license when I was, like, 8 months pregnant with her,
Okay.
and then, have been learning and doing it ever since. This year is the first year that I've really started to, um, like, try to promote myself and do it
Yeah.
for more than just friends and family.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's how I got into it.
Yeah. Do you have, like, any, like, crazy showings? Like, do you have any, like, when you meet people, or is anyone, like,
I haven't had,
goofy
like,
or
any random weird, people yet.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We could get into a house the other day I was trying to show
You
that
couldn't?
would not work, and I couldn't get a hold of the other agent, so we just had to leave.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm trying to think. Oh, there was this house that was so priced super, super cheap, and I had an
Mhm.
investor that wanted to go look at it to maybe fix it up,
Mhm.
and so I went with them. The stuff that was in that house, like, it had not been cleaned out. There was
Mm.
probably, like, 1,000 cigarette butts. I
Oh
mean,
my
it
god.
was so disgusting,
Uh-huh.
uh, and the pictures didn't even do it justice, like,
No.
what it
Ugh.
actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't explore the entire house, I let them explore.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, you do your thing. I'll stay out here.
yeah. They decided against it, but yeah, some
Yeah.
things are just disgusting, um, and then
Yeah.
there's really beautiful houses you see too.
Yes, yes, and I've seen a lot on your page too. I look at all of them a lot.
Mhm. Oh.
What is something that HGTV makes look easier than it actually is?
This might be more like home building versus realtor world,
Okay.
um, but probably, like, getting the materials quick.
Yeah.
So, like, for flooring or tile or counters, they're like, "Oh, day 12, I'm picking out the counter. Day 13, it's going in." I'm like, "No, that is not how
No,
it
it's
works,
not how it
actually."
works. No, I remember
Um,
that big time with our house.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely time that you have to wait. So that's probably the main thing.
All right, we did a little switcheroo here. We're back. New setup. Motherhood,
That's what you
has
gotta do. You just gotta adjust.
yeah, it's a day in the life. We just pivot, pivot.
Yeah,
As women, we
exactly.
gotta pivot.
Mhm.
Um, so so cool hearing all about the business side. And I remember when we were talking about the cabinets and things going into the house when me and Gina were building, I think we had a lot of things on back order. I remember them being like, okay, well, we can't, I think it was the windows. They were like, it's going to take like 7 months for the windows to come in. And we were like, okay, like, can we do rough work inside before the windows come in? Like, we were like, we got to get this moving. Like, because I was pregnant with Augie at the time, and
Okay.
we wanted to move in before he was born because our other
Mhm.
house did not have enough room. And he was born 2 weeks after we moved in.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Just very
I still had like luggage and just boxes all over my house when he was born. And I was like, well, it's just going to take time, but
yeah, it's just gonna take time. Yeah.
a lot different on TV than in real life
Oh, yes,
with
absolutely. They make
building.
it easier, and they
They
probably have, like, unlimited money to choose,
Yeah,
all of their
yeah,
selections.
yeah. If things are on back order on TV, no, they're not. They're really not on back order.
Right, exactly.
So, going into the next segment, faith is your foundation, and that is definitely something that I want to talk to you about. How did you become so deeply rooted in your faith? Because it's very inspiring how you teach your children these wonderful lessons of God.
Oh, thank you. So I grew up in the church. My dad has been a pastor all of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so can you say hi?
Hey, cutie.
We had to do a little blood draw this morning too, so we got a Band-Aid.
Oh my goodness.
Um, so um it's just something that I grew up with. And
Hmm.
then as I got older, y you have to make that decision to make it your own. I could have very easily just walked away from the
Hmm.
thing. But just as, like, if going to the gym doesn't just make you a bodybuilder, like, you have to put in the work and you have
Yeah.
to, be disciplined. And so I think about the time, like, the beginning of my teen years is when I really started to understand more for myself.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. I believe
Hmm.
he is Messiah and he is my savior. And for me, it's not just a religion, it's
Hmm.
a relationship. And
Yeah.
um, I tell people if they're like, don't understand how, bad things could happen in the world, or why, if they just don't understand the love that God has for them, it's, if you were the only person on this planet, God would have sent his son to die for you because he loves you that much. And that
Yeah.
kind of goes back to the beginning where I was saying with motherhood, what surprised me is just the glimpse that I feel like I get and understand even more how much God loves me, um,
Hmm.
because of how much I know that I love my kids,
Yeah.
um, and His love is so much greater than my human flesh can even comprehend. So,
Yeah.
but that's how I kind of got started in my faith, and then, yeah, definitely want to instill those truths into my children,
Yeah.
um, and them to know, it's not just about us in this bubble of Western North Carolina, or
Yeah.
even just our business and our life, but that there's so much more to life, and that the purpose is that God, he created them with a purpose. He loves them and he wants a relationship with them. And of course
Yeah.
we're gonna mess up. Like, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I struggle daily. I've cried this morning. Like, there's
Yeah, yeah, like, life is rough. It
hard.
tests
Yeah.
you in every aspect. It's
Yeah.
it's a constant, just constant. I get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, but I truly say, like, I don't know how people make it without God in their life, because he is such, just the peace that he brings to me. And um I struggle with anxiety and just, um that, and I used to be kind of like ashamed to say that, but I
Mhm.
like, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're not gonna struggle with these things. It doesn't mean you're not
Yep.
gonna have anxiety, and prayer is not just gonna make it go away.
Mhm.
But I can lean on the verse that says, cast all your cares upon me because I care for you. Like, I know God cares about the little things that I care about. And so yeah, that's kind of my faith story and journey.
Yeah. It's so powerful, and, I grew up as a Catholic. I
Mhm,
still am a Catholic, and, it's a lot different. Catholic
mhm,
to me is very, um kind of by the book. Like,
mhm,
they're just like, there's a lot of rules and regulations, and I
mhm,
feel like as an adult, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know about all this. I've expanded my horizons on my relationship with God,
mhm,
and I I feel like I'm my own Christian. Like, I follow the Catholic church, but I'm like my own Christian, and something I'm going to teach my kids to is to, like, teach them kind of like in a similar way that you are with your children, and how God is loves you and wants you to be able to talk to him whenever you need. Like,
mhm,
he will always be there, and will always listen to you.
mhm. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so how does that help you stay grounded when life gets very overwhelming?
Mhm. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I struggle with anxiety. I'm just a
Mhm.
worrier.
Yep.
My husband would tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Freak out. I jump to conclusions. I like if I
Yeah.
can't get a hold of him, I'm like, well, the track goes upside down. Like I
Oh my
just
god.
go
I think
to
about that too.
every scenario. Yeah. Um, and so I actually have a tattoo on my wrist, which is hard to see, and it's backwards to you, but it says
Okay.
higher than I with mountains. And the verse is in Psalms where it says, when my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. And so I'm not necessarily very good at doing it, but when I am stressed and overwhelmed, just trying to pause and just, Jesus, help me. I can't do
Yeah.
this on my own.
Yep.
Um, and I mean, we've talked about like the chaotic mornings and all the
Mhm.
easy things that life brings as a mom. And we truly can't do it on our own. Like we need his strength, and his
Yeah.
strength is made perfect in our weakness. And I think that also gives me some freedom. Like I can't I can't hold it all together, even though I might try to portray sometimes that I have it all together. I
Yeah.
don't. And
Yeah.
I need his strength and his help to get me through the day. Um, and I feel like most days right now are very chaotic and overwhelming.
Yeah.
um, I'm just trying to take it day by day, and I need his grace to do that.
Yep. Me too.
Mhm.
I was talking to one of my other friends on the show, and she was talking about how when it gets overwhelming, like trying not to wish the days away, but when you're like really struggling and like your kids are either not listening or they're being crazy, it's so hard to not wish this time away because you're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through it.
It,
So
yeah.
going
And then I
back
know we'll
to
miss the dishes and the sink and the toys everywhere one day, but
yep.
it's like, am I really gonna miss this?
I know. Cause like I go to my mom's house and it's, always really clean in there. And she's like, yeah, I don't have to clean dishes today. And I'm like, you don't? She's like, yeah, it's just me and daddy here. And I'm like, well, and my sister is still at home, but I mean, she kind
Mhm.
of takes care of her and stuff. But I'm like, okay, mom. I'm like, I'll be at the sink for the next 3 hours cleaning
Yeah,
cups and sink.
exactly. I'm like looking beyond my computer at all the mess
Oh
that I
yeah.
need to
Oh
clean up.
yeah. Yeah, mine's upstairs right now. I don't
Yeah.
see any of it right now where I'm at, but all of it is upstairs, and I'll,
Yeah,
I'll think about that later.
exactly.
Yeah, well, that was very special and very empowering. So I'm glad that you were very open about that. And anxiety is so real. I experienced it mostly when I was postpartum with all the kids. I feel like it was on like high with that.
Mhm.
But I sometimes am the kind of person that'll be like, okay, I can't get a hold of my husband. I'll look at his location and he'll be in like the middle of the field, and I'm like, oh God, is he okay? I'm like, is he good?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, I know he doesn't have good service right now, and I know he can't just stop working to answer every phone. Like, is it on the side of a mountain? I don't know.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, and you've got mountains there. We don't have those in New Jersey. And do you have guys have bears out there, right?
Oh yeah, we got bears in the
Yeah.
neighborhood, deer,
Yeah.
turkeys.
Yeah.
All
We
parts
got a lot of
good.
deer here.
Yeah,
Bears though, no. Can't do
yeah,
it. Can't do it.
yeah. We've
Do you have
got bears.
snakes?
Yes, we have snakes. Yeah.
Snakes too. See, we have like some snakes, but not like, we're not gonna walk outside and see a lot. So like, do you guys see a lot out there?
In the summertime, it's not unusual to like have them slither in front of your car across the road. Or
Would
yeah,
pass
Maverick.
away. I
I'm
would
like,
pass
he found like 4 or 5 dead ones in the backyard last summer, and I'm like, but why are they all dead? Is there like a worse snake out there killing
Yeah,
this?
right?
We don't know.
Killing all these snakes. Oh my god. No way. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't. Snakes are like my one thing. I can't do
yeah, I don't like it.
it.
Mm.
Well, I want to
Give
get
me
into some rapid
shivers.
fire. Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Get in some rapid fire. We can kind of end this fun. I usually do this with everybody. We end with some fun questions.
Okay.
So, are you more of a coffee person or an energy drink?
Can I be both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Energy drink every day, which is
Okay.
probably not healthy. And then every morning I pop open an Alani. And then by the middle of the day, if I need an extra boost, I'm an iced coffee. I'm not hot coffee.
Iced coffee. Iced coffee. Even in the winter, you're iced
In
coffee.
the winter,
Yeah.
yes. Mm.
Yeah. I would prefer iced coffee over warm coffee.
Mhm.
Ever since I gave birth, I feel like I said before on here, I'm not a big coffee person, but I would pick iced coffee because I don't know, it just like hits me better.
Yeah, I like sweet coffee. I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
black coffee. I like sweet
Oh yeah,
cream.
me either.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this one's another beach or the mountains?
To live mountains,
Yeah.
but to vacation, I would always choose to go to the beach.
Yeah. We live only about 30 minutes from our closest beach.
I don't think so
So,
either. Maybe, I'm sure
yeah.
you probably told me that, but I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, so
Wow.
like beach days are like day trips for us around here.
To get to the beach, it's like 5 hours. So
Yeah, because you're like, what would be your closest beach?
we usually go to Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach? Okay.
Yeah. Try to stay
Okay.
on North Myrtle or Hilton Head. We did Hilton Head Island last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. I've been to the Outer Banks down there.
Okay, yeah.
And I
So
remember when we met.
that's
I
even
remember
further
being
than
like,
Myrtle for us.
yeah.
But when we met, what?
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. You would think, I don't know, with the map, I have to look at the map to see.
Yeah.
But when we met, I said, you're like, what do you know about North Carolina? And I was like, the Outer Banks. That's all I know. Because you're like, we're out in the mountains. And I'm like, I don't know anything about the mountains.
We're like 20, 30 minutes from Tennessee. Like that's how close we
Yeah.
are to Tennessee. So
Yeah,
it
really
takes a while
close.
to get to the beach.
Yeah, get that. What would you say is your best mom hack? And I mean, you've done a lot of hacks in just the last half hour. So
Oh man.
coloring with an egg. I mean, coloring an egg is
No, these are linen eggs. And they have really brought a lot of joy to my kids the last couple of days.
Yeah.
This is really not a major hack, but on juice boxes, pulling out the wings, there's like this crevice on a juice box. And if you pull those out, they become wings. And then the kid doesn't squeeze the juice box and it go everywhere if they hold the wings. That's the very thing that just came to my mind.
I have those in my fridge. I have like the I have like the box and like, okay, so you just pull the wings
Look
out.
at the there's a little triangle on the side. Pull them out and they can
Okay.
hold the wings.
All right. I'll be having to try that with Augie when he wakes up from his nap. What's the weirdest place you have found a toy?
Oh my goodness. Weirdest place I found a toy.
Does this one put toys in crazy spots?
I don't know about crazy spots. We move a lot, so because my husband's a builder, so I'm like, trying to think of like when we've moved where I have found things. I mean, I've definitely had to pull toys out of the toilet before.
Yeah, I was gonna say toilet for me. And the dog bowls is another spot. I was gonna say
she loves to play in the dog food. Oh my goodness.
The dog food. Yeah.
Yes. And just like we've got like a corner cabinet that has like a lazy Susan in it.
Oh yeah.
Things get stuck back there often. So
yeah. I remember with the dog bowls, Lena used to put goldfish in the dog water bowls and they would like swell. They would be like, and then they were chunky and it was
then dissolve and
disgusting. Yeah. Do you have so we talked about this before, but do you have your next Disney cruise is not booked yet?
There's nothing booked, but we did get there's like a discount that you can get when you're on the ship. You pay
tell me about this.
$250 on board, and you have 2 years to get a 10% discount.
Okay.
So we have that to use, and I'm realtors are commission based, so I never know how much money I'm going to make.
Yeah, true.
So I'm trying to sell. In order to be able to go on one this summer. We'll see.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if you do, you'll have to let me know. Let me know which ship you're on. There's like so many now. I feel like when we went 2 years ago, they've released like 6 or 7 since we've left gone on one.
We've been on 3 different ones, 3 different ships. And I want to go on I think the newer one's the Treasure. I want to go on.
Yeah. Treasure. And then was there that was Destiny? Destiny was another one too, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to go on one of those too. But of course, they're probably more expensive. So.
Yeah. Well, this was so much fun. I loved this, and our little addition to this. She was a great a third wheel here. She's so cute.
Real mom life going on.
Yeah, real mom life. For all of our viewers and listeners, they can get the real deal here.
This is the real deal. Sorry for the chaos, but this is
you're all good. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. And for all of my listeners, I am on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Holding the Harvest Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. You will hear from me next Thursday. Till then, thank you very much, Alex and
Thank you.
Abigail. It was so good to see you.
Bye.
Bye bye, cutie pie. All right. I will see
Bye.
you.